everyone, and welcome to 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Daddy-Daughter Disney Travel Podcast. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Bellobraddock.
And I'm Amelia Bellobraddock. And today, we're going to be talking all about Disney's Vero Beach Resort.
Yes, and spa. Don't forget, Vero Beach Resort and Spa. And we mentioned this, I think, in a recent episode for some reason. I can't remember why. But we did promise to do an episode on it, and if you do not know about this resort in Florida, you are in for a treat today, and there is so much to talk about. So we are going to have a jam-packed 30 minutes today talking about Florida's Treasure Coast Resort.
Yes.
And it is located, let's start with where it is. If you thought Walt Disney World was the only Disney resort in Florida, you are incorrect. It's located roughly 90 minutes by car, so down on the Atlantic coast.
Really, that long?
Yes, about an hour and a half. But time flies when you travel there. It's, north of Fort Lauderdale, just north of Vero Beach, really, south of Sebastian. So what we tend to do is combine this trip with a Walt Disney World vacation. We like to go in the summer because the Atlantic Ocean is in the upper 80s, and it is great to go swimming.
Oh, yeah.
So we fly into Orlando. We will rent a car and drive down to Disney's Vero Beach Resort. It's a really easy drive, like I said, about an hour and a half. And when you get there, you are smack dab right on the ocean in a fairly quiet area.
It's actually really true.
Yeah, so Disney, in building Disney's Vero Beach Resort, it is just actually north of the town of Vero Beach, so it's quieter.
There's a town of Vero Beach.
Yes, and that's where the outlet mall is. If you like outlet mall shopping, you can do that. We'll talk about things to do. But it is just north of the town. I'd say 10-minute drive. So first thing, you will need a car. Unless you're local, you would not want to be at Vero Beach Resort without a car. It is a Disney Vacation Club property, which means they are all villas with kitchens or kitchenettes. So it is directly on the beach on the Atlantic Ocean in South Florida.
However, it's not a full week vacation. It's like a 3-4 days, and then you switch to something else.
Well, it depends. Mummy would do a full week vacation there.
I can't. I can't even do 4 days.
Oh, well, I can do 4 days easily. Here's the thing. It is not Disney World. It is low-key Disney for sure. Very quiet, Disney vibe, Disney service, Disney amenities, but there's no theme park there. So you want a beach vacation with the Disney family feel to it, definitely consider Disney's Vero Beach Resort. The other one would be Disney Aulani in Hawaii, which we'll talk about in another episode.
Just a tad more expensive.
And Hilton Head Island.
Yes.
So it is located on the Treasure Coast of Florida. And if you are into pirate lore, pirate history, or you watched shows like Black Sails, which I know you did not, this area was indeed a pirate hotspot back in the, whenever that was, 1800s, 1700s, I don't know. But because of that, there is a sort of, I'd say, understated pirate theme to the hotel. Yeah. Just a little bit here and there. They do have things in the lobby, like a cannon that was found off the coast. There are tons of shipwrecks.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's a real cannon. There are sort of pirate tours, fun things for the kids, Amelia, you used to love when you were little.
Oh, yeah.
And the pirate-themed splash pad.
That's true. They have a really great splash pad there, which is almost more fun than the pool.
Yeah, if you're a kid, it probably is. It's a big pirate ship with lots of water guns and things. And let's talk about the hotel first. So if you've never been here. So it is right on the ocean, like literally on the ocean. Not across the street from the ocean, but on the ocean. Yeah. This section of beach is fairly isolated. So it's quiet. It's not busy. Nice sand beach right in the water. The hotel itself has a main building where we prefer to stay with an oceanfront view. But then there are also lots of cabins, I guess they call them, located all around the property.
Well, they're not really cabins.
Well, they're
more of like mini houses.
Yeah, but they call them exact. That's a good point.
They're not cabins.
I say cabin, and if you're picturing a little single-room cabin, then that's not what they're like. They are, I think they hold, we've never stayed in a cabin. I'll say that right off the top. So some of these cabins are directly on the ocean, and they can hold multiple families. So in Disney Vacation Club terms, there could be like 4 studios or a 2-bedroom, that sort of thing. You could rent out the entire one if you had enough points. So you have a lot of options for where to stay. It is much less expensive than a Walt Disney World vacation, which is a
That is
bonus.
true.
I mean, if you want a Florida beach vacation, you can tell we are very much in support of going here. In fact, I think we missed this last year, 2020, for COVID reasons, but we've gone there, I'd say 9 out of the last 10 or 11 summers. So it's a regular summer spot for us. So the Treasure Coast, it's beautiful. There is so much to do around the resort and in the area. So let's start with the resort itself. If you're staying there, you will have a villa. So go shopping. There's tons of shopping, drugstores and all sorts of things, grocery stores.
No need to bring your own fridge. It's right there.
Yes, no need to. But, I remember we talked about paying it forward in our Disney quiz episode. So we do. This is where we buy what?
Boogie boards.
Boogie boards.
They're so fun.
Oh, man. If you like boogie boarding, definitely get one. Or skimboarding. If you like skimboarding, it's a great spot for both of those. And even surfing just a little bit outside of there.
Well, not specifically Vero Beach so much as the area.
For which?
Surfing, boogie boarding, skimboarding.
Well, right at the resort, you can definitely boogie board and skim, depending on the weather.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
Yeah, and we'll get into where to go nearby if it doesn't in a minute. But the thing about Vero Beach is the beach is really good. Sometimes there's seaweed, sometimes it's perfectly clear. It really depends on the season.
There's either like a lot of seaweed or absolutely none.
Yeah,
it's
so we
kind of a give or take.
Yep, depends the way the ocean currents are going, I guess. But sometimes that ocean is dead calm, like glass. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky, actually.
But usually you get some waves throughout the day. And things to do that are formal. There is also not just an ocean, but one of your favorite spots is where? The swimming pool, shaped like
Mickey, of course.
Like Mickey. And in the anchor of that pool is a pretty cool water slide.
It's one of the better ones, actually, even compared to some of the ones at the Walt Disney World. It's a pretty good slide. I'll give it that.
And one cool thing about the slide is they have slide races. So they do a ton around this pool. The pool's the activity hub, really, of the hotel.
Because, there's no theme park. So the pool games, they're a whole step up from anything at Disney World.
Yeah.
They have slide races with wristbands for prizes. And they have, so much trivia games. They give out M&Ms constantly.
And you better eat them fast if you go in the summer. Because it's going to be 100 degrees. And then right there, there's also something else that's pretty fun right beside the pool.
One of my personal favorite parts, a mini golf.
Yes, there is a little 9-hole mini golf course, and it's there's a pool area, which is pretty good. You can usually get a lounger if you go. Generally, it's never so crowded, which is an issue with Aulani, but it's not the same at Vero Beach. You can usually get a chair because there's also the beach where a lot of people go. Yeah. And we like to go back and forth.
Mm-hmm. But you can't stay on the beach for too long if it's a really hot day.
Yeah, the sand gets hot. So tip number 1, bring some little beach shoes or flip-flops down there
you're gonna
for sure.
need them.
Because it will get hot in the day in the summer. But then there's the pool with the water slide. Then there is the pirate-themed splash pad. And right wrapping around that is the golf course.
Yeah.
And then right beside all of that is Ebb and Flows, where all the rentals for other activities are.
Yeah, they have so much fun activities. And they have an activity hall. And they have
the community hall, which we talked about. So why don't you just rhyme off, if you can remember, since you were little, all the things you've done in and around that community hall.
Well, you can do tie-dye. One of the favorite things is the unbirthday party.
Well, tie-dye was what? The Mickey shirt tie-dye.
Yeah, so it's hard to explain. I don't actually remember how they got it to be Mickey.
Well, you don't have to explain all that.
Shirt
it's with elastics and ties.
And so you buy a shirt. It's really cheap. It's only like $18 or something.
Well, so it's those things where you take something away. There's a small fee for whatever it is.
You get to keep it.
And if you're a Disney Vacation Club member, the fees are lower. If you're not, they're a few dollars higher, but not outrageously. None of these things are super expensive. It's really good.
And then you get to tie-dye, and it's really cool because you pick your own colors, and it turns out as a Mickey design.
Yeah, the tie-dye's cool. Then you mentioned
the unbirthday party.
So the unbirthday party, I think, is one of your favorite things. And you might be getting...
I don't think I could do it anymore.
Yeah, it's up to what, age 12? Or 11 or 12? Something like that. But yeah, it's a great thing for kids to do, the unbirthday party. And you get a schedule when you arrive of all the activities.
I don't think you're allowed to do it if it's actually your birthday.
And you do have to sign up. They
get mad at you.
So you go to the little counter there and you sign up for these things. And they don't usually fill up. Like it's not as bad as Walt Disney World for signing up.
Yeah.
We usually go at 9 in the morning, just if it's something we really want to do and sign up. Everything's right there because it's
Yeah.
a small hotel. Well, it's large, but it's not Disney World large.
Yeah.
And then you also made, I don't know if you remember, a little sword when you were little, a pirate sword.
Yeah.
And you get to bling it out with rhinestones and stuff, and you get to keep that. What else have you
Mine
made
looked
in
more
there?
like a wand by the end of the day, but
There's
you know,
so
whatever.
many things. So those are all the little paid community hall things, and there's a ton more of them. But then there are also things, we mentioned mini golf, there's bike rentals. Down on the beach, there are jet ski rentals, ocean kayak rentals, there are sailboat rentals, and we love jet skiing. So
Lots of rentals.
we've bombed around on the jet skis. It's very smooth on the water. I think I said boogie boards before. Surfing is not right there, but there is surfing nearby, which I'll get to in a
Yes.
minute. But lots of beach rentals. And this is where we talked about the pay it forward thing.
Yeah.
If you like boogie boards, buy one on the way down for $12 or whatever they cost, and then give it away when you leave the resort. Because if your kids or you
Yeah.
like the ocean, you're going to use that boogie board. And then back at the pool, where there are the slide races and all those things. But one of the very coolest things of all about the Vero Beach itself
Happens in the morning.
it happens overnight, and we see it in the morning, although we have seen it overnight.
Yes.
And that is,
The turtles.
there are, I think, 3 at least species of turtle. I'm trying to remember when we did the turtle walk.
There's lots
At
of
night.
zoned off areas you'll
Yeah.
see on the beach during the day where there's turtles like nesting and everything.
So this beach is one of the top turtle nesting areas. There are green turtles, leatherback turtles, and some others. And part of the deal that Disney got to acquire this land from the state of Florida was that they would take care of the turtle nests and conserve.
And they do.
And they do. So they have a whole conservation team that goes out every morning at the crack of dawn, and they know how to see where the turtles came up overnight, where they laid their eggs. They mark them off.
And you'll see their tracks if you do early morning walks on the beach. You'll see the tracks with little carts.
Definitely go to the beach. So Amelia and we're down at that beach every day when we're there. We get up early at the crack
6
of dawn.
a.m.
Yeah, for sunrise on the beach, and it is the best. We go shell hunting and all sorts of things. I like looking for shark teeth on the beach. That's my favorite thing to do. And they taught me there how to look for it. Do not look for white shark teeth, because guess what? Shark teeth are not actually white. When they fall out of the shark naturally and they come up on the sand like shells, they're black. So they'll teach you.
Kind of creepy, but
Yeah,
then again,
so
so are
now-
sharks.
Yeah, so now I get to look for shark teeth. But every morning you will see the Disney conservation people out on their little ATV looking for the nests, and they know what kind of nest it is just from the tracks, and they'll mark it off. And they encourage you to come down. So they'll hold little group things, and you'll see, if you see a bunch of guests standing around someone on the beach, they're learning about turtles. And one time,
we actually got to see this little baby turtle, and he hatched, and he waddled for 8 minutes all the way down to the ocean. It was so cute.
yeah, we were really lucky once.
It was so tiny.
So what they do after the turtles, sometimes the nests hatch, right? And the turtles go back into the water. And so what they do is they come and they count the eggs that were in there, because they keep track of everything. But they found an unhatched egg. She said, something's moving. And it actually literally hatched.
in front of us.
In front of us. And we made a video on it. I'll put a link in the show notes. And we named that turtle, or you and some other kids did.
Yeah.
If you remember the name. Shelly something. Shelly May? No, I can't remember. She had a name.
Shelly May is the Disney bear.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Anyway, it's in our video. I can't remember. That was a few years ago.
I think it was Shelly, but I can't actually remember.
Yeah, but we'll find out. But that was the one time we saw a live turtle, little baby. And it took it a long time to get to the water.
But there's also a night walk.
Yeah.
With the night vision goggles, and that is really cool. To go, and it's so dark, but let me tell, I don't know if you've used night vision goggles before. Life changing. It's so cool. You see the little turtles at night. They do so much.
No, not the little turtles. The mamas laying their eggs. That's what you see at night.
You see little turtles inside the egg.
You don't see you can't see inside the egg. But here's what it is. I will remind you. So
I have X-ray vision.
You just reminded me of a couple of good points. Along this conservation area of points, Disney is very good and somewhat strict about turtles will go to light. So what happens is when those babies hatch in other parts of the coast, the lights tend to be on the highway or the other side. So sometimes the turtles will go the wrong way and get crushed by cars.
It's really sad.
So they have a very good policy and reminders. Closing, they have heavy duty curtains for night.
Yeah.
Close your curtains if you have a room facing the beach because they don't want any light. So the beach is pitch black. They really don't want you on the beach at night for that reason because of the turtles.
Unless you're doing a tour.
For the most part, people obey that and stay
Yeah.
off the beach for the sake of the turtles. But they do have the turtle walk, and that's what Amelia's talking about. And it was amazing. We got those Marines, like true high quality night vision goggles that you put on.
And now I want night vision goggles.
And they use red flashlights because the turtles can't really see those. And you go out and first of all, you're sort of staying in a room in the community hall and there's someone on the beach and then they'll give you alert.
Yet another activity
We
there.
have some activity in Sector 7. And then they'll say, okay, let's go. Night vision goggles on. And you go down to the beach.
It's really cool. You
It
feel
is.
like secret agent.
And we saw a whole huge mama turtle lay her eggs, build her nest, lay her eggs, the whole thing. And it's late. So you have to commit because you could be waiting there from 11 p.m. till 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. It's, if you want to see this happen, you
can
put
always
in the effort.
leave, but
You can always leave, but it was amazing. We were really lucky. We've only done it once.
Yeah, we did it early.
They don't do
Ours
it all
came
the
early.
time, but if that's something you want, definitely.
Of
Sea
course,
turtles are a big
that's
deal
not-
around there.
Of course, that's not the only nighttime activity.
Oh, right. Let's talk about the other one.
The campfire.
So they have one of the best.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of Vero Beach, I think, actually.
They have a really great campfire area.
Yeah. And so it's a large fire pit and like this big fire, and you can come, and most people just come so they roll straight out of the pool. Although I don't recommend doing that.
We'll get to that in a minute, but talk about the
So
campfire
when you
first.
come down, and then there's these two cast members, and they host it, and they make you sing all these campfire songs. Be warned, they might make you participate.
Oh, they try to get everyone to participate. They don't force you, but it's all good fun. And if you're a dad, you can get up there. But here is a tip. If you're listening, pro tip, participate, especially if you're a dad, because your prize, do you remember what the prize is?
No.
If you participate, maybe not always, but certainly when we've gone to this campfire a lot, you will be first in line with your family
Oh, yeah.
when they break out the s'mores or marshmallows or whatever it is.
True.
So, at the end of the campfire sing-along, they make you earn your treats.
And if you have a little kid, get up on top of the benches and dance. And
So sometimes the people
good
who
fun.
participate get to be first in line. And it gets busy. So get there early. If it starts at 8,
it's very popular.
get there at 7:30 if you want a front row seat around the campfire.
Yeah.
But if you don't care, you can get there whenever. Now,
I have that was not my pro tip.
okay, here's something. Of all the great things, there is one not so great thing about Disney Vero Beach Resort. It's not exclusive to there. Floridians will know this well.
I don't actually know what they're called, but at Vero Beach, they call them no-see-ums.
The no-see-ums.
They are like these tiny microscopic bugs that they classify as almost invisible, and their bites are so itchy. And you get 50 million gazillion of them in one day.
We are now pro travelers, so we know all the tricks. But if you've never been to Vero Beach or any Florida beach in that area, because Floridians know the no-see-ums well, they are sand fleas or midges or sandflies, whatever they are. So if you go on here's what they come out in the dawn and dusk at times, right? So early morning or later, and they live in the sand, and
As I'm talking about them, I can feel them crawling on me.
You will have. If you go on a beach walk like us, and if you're moving, it's not too bad. But if you stop and build sand castles or something, you're going to be covered in these things. And it's like, imagine having 35 mosquito bites on one leg or more. At first, we thought they were bed bug bites. Our very first time.
You don't need to imagine.
So
just go there.
And they can even happen around the pool at dusk and things that too. So you don't actually have to be on the beach.
If you're in the pool at nighttime, I recommend to get in, get out, go back in the hotel, because you will be, if you're wet, you will be under attack.
Or cover up right away. So we're going to tell you what works on them for us. But
which
also,
is why the people who roll out of the pool in their towels and come to the campfire get eaten alive.
Yeah, so we will sort of smile at the newbies at the campfire.
Well, you will smile. I will gaze sympathetically.
Okay, so if you're going to go to the campfire, cover your legs. So, and I mean, have no shame.
Cover your legs, your arms, your feet, your hands.
And I'm talking about, I will put even if they're cool looking pajama bottoms on, wear socks and shoes. I'm not kidding. And pull the socks over the pant legs.
It is a process, people.
I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, do it the other way, and then you'll say, yeah, Mike, you were right. Because you will get bitten otherwise. They'll get in everywhere. And then on top of that...
it's not that bad, because like it gets cold at night. Well, not cold,
it's not bad at night.
It's not like burning heat.
It can be, but you know what? A little bit of sweaty heat is much better than those bites, 100%. And then on top of all that, spray up.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
So when you're sitting around the campfire, you can have short sleeves on the top, but
I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't get bites above my waist usually.
Yeah, well, the bugs don't like you. If you're someone that the bugs like, I would recommend.
Well, you're
long
also
sleeves.
lower to the ground than me, so
not when I'm standing up.
No, not when you're standing. But anyway, so do that and spray. And speaking of spray,
I recommend taking a bath in it.
They will give you spray, but there's a CVS and their Walgreens very close to the hotel, just back toward,
and the states have a stronger.
You can get
DEET
100% DEET. Yeah. So get the strongest bug spray and the 100% DEET you can find. Now, the other thing we learned that works against no-see-ums is what the locals do. They get like oil and mix it with eucalyptus, or not eucalyptus, lemongrass, something citrusy.
Yeah.
And we tried that, and it sort of works too. I don't know if it worked better than 100% DEET or very strong spray.
But also 100% DEET is chemicals, and that's natural ingredients.
But whatever it is, if you're going out on the beach or anywhere,
just do something.
Do something. Spray it like beach walks in the morning.
Regret it.
Yeah, beach walk in the morning. Just spray up heavy on your legs, especially.
And if you're building a sandcastle,
I would also almost recommend don't let your kids build a sandcastle until the sun's up. You know, once it's like 10 a.m., they go away. They're not there.
Midday you can do it. I just wouldn't recommend building an early morning sandcastle.
They're not there all day. Now, this is there's so much. We could almost have 2 episodes here. But across the way, they have more property across A1A, the highway. There's another huge part of the resort with a massive pond. There's a nature trail. Sometimes they have...
There was archery.
Yeah, it might come back. They have archery, tennis, basketball. So there is a ton of stuff to do
That's
there.
more fun. I don't understand how people get bored here.
The only thing is at night, like we said. There really is nothing to do at night on the resort.
Yeah.
So just have a chill night. Other than the campfire, they can sit outside with the rocking chairs, or they have games like the sandbag games on the lawn. There are things they have
a huge, nice lawn too.
Yeah, there's where weddings are held. And,
we saw a wedding once.
It's really not doing this resort justice. There's so much to do there, and really take advantage of it.
There's a surprising amount of stuff to do there. It's not your average, chill by the beach resort.
Now, for us,
it's Disney.
Because you have a car. Let us tell you some of our favorite things. We haven't even talked about dining on site.
Yeah, we haven't even finished the resort yet.
So, on site, what do you want to talk about?
Well, they also have pirate tours.
Pirate tours in the lobby. And if it's a rainy day, they'll do a lot of stuff. It's quite a large lobby.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty nice and big. But they do like the tours for like the kids, and they explain all the histories. And sometimes, they might go into so much detail that some kids might begin to suspect that they are in fact the pirates themselves.
Yes, Amelia had early. Their pirate tour guys really know. You were a little kid and you said, "Are you a pirate?"
Because you sure know a lot about pirate.
Yeah, and he actually did look like a pirate.
I'm still convinced that
was
was a pirate.
He was sort of dressed like Mr. Smee.
He was definitely a pirate.
And the other thing they do, I don't know if you remember this in the lobby.
Darts?
No, they throw paper airplane. They have a paper airplane company.
Oh, yeah!
So the lobby is like a quad. It's open, and then the inside in the main building I'm talking about. And then the floors go up all around it, but they all look down on the lobby like Grand Floridian or Contempt, but much smaller. But they'll stand on the upper floor sometimes, maybe on rainy days, and they throw paper airplanes. So you have a paper airplane contest. So you know what? The cast members there are amazing.
That's true.
Like some of the best.
I don't think we've ever experienced a bad cast member at Vero Beach.
We love it. We really love it there. It's a great resort. And so dining on site, there is a really nice restaurant that you can dine in. Sometimes they will have a pirate-themed character dinner with Goofy.
Oh, yeah. They have so many characters. And the restaurant is so good.
Yeah, there's a sit-down, reservation restaurant. Oh, they have really good menu, and it changes. They also have a bar, the Green Cabin Room, I think it's called, that's on the front. And you can go in with your kids and have snacks there too, or cocktails in the bar. And then they also have like a sort of takeout market
Oh, yeah.
where you can go and get burgers and fries or
Yep.
chicken fingers.
And of course,
or
they have the Mickey sandwiches
Mickey
in the
sandwiches,
bars.
Dole Whips, of course. You will not
Yes.
be out without your Dole Whip, and all sorts of takeout. They even have pizza there.
But I feel like the good part about this resort is it's not solely geared to kids, but it's also like kid friendly. I feel like it's different than the other Disney resorts in that sense, I would say.
It's super kid friendly and adult friendly.
It's kid friendly, but it's also not like, like it's not as kiddie.
No, it's exactly. I was going to say,
there's more stuff for adults.
if you're an adult couple and you want a beach vacation and you like Disney, you will enjoy it here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some off-site stuff as we wrap up here in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
So there is all that dining on site and it's great. But if you're there for, 4 days or even longer, a full week, you don't want to dine at the hotel every day, and you shouldn't, because we are now going to run through in rapid order.
Yeah.
You will have a car.
Starting with our favorite, which you don't even need a car.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's start with dining then. I know where you're going.
So
there is one place you can walk to.
Yes. They have pizza at the hotel, but I still recommend going to this pizza place.
Yeah, the Orchid Island Pizzeria.
It's so good.
It is literally right next to the hotel. However, because you go out the front gate,
It's like a block away.
Yeah, or a couple of 5-10 minute walk. So go down there. Yeah, and they sell other things other than pizza, but we really love their pizza.
We enjoy their pizza.
Yeah.
It's a recurring event of our purchasing.
And it's right by the area to the public beach. So while you're waiting for your pizza, or you can call ahead, but if you're waiting, you can walk down to the beach, public beach area there, and get that. Now, you must have a car when you're there, if I recommend.
Yeah.
If you go north, there are a couple of great places that we love. One,
Squid
Lips in Sebastian.
It's not the only thing in Sebastian we like, though.
Squid Lips is an overwater restaurant built sort of on a pier.
You can feed the catfish. They have little vending machines for the catfish food.
Yeah, it's worth a drive. Now, I would say it's not a 10 out of 10 for food. I would say the food is good. Or the food's okay, but let me tell you, the environment is worth it.
It's good. It's not bad food.
It's not bad.
It's just not like 5-star restaurant.
Yeah, but you know what?
The experience.
It's a 5-star experience.
Is a 10 out of 10.
If you like oceanfront dining, or even over, you're actually
going on
top.
a beach vacation, so I'd say try it.
It's just a cool beach vibe.
Don't be put off by the name.
Sometimes you see dolphins. There's lots of boat stock there, so definitely think of Squid Lips. If you want something different and you go inland into the town, you will have I Jalisco in Sebastian. Now, I Jalisco is a Mexican restaurant, very authentic dining, inexpensive, great portions. Definitely check out I Jalisco in Sebastian. So we talked about Orchid Island, pizza, Squid Lips, I Jalisco. If you go south towards the city of Vero Beach, we have two favorite places. Now, if you want fine dining on this trip outside the hotel, Ocean Grill. Never let us down.
Yes.
It's on the beachfront in Vero Beach. There's a very cool sunken boat out in the water that you can see. Sometimes you can only see the mast of a flag, but the food at Ocean Grill is excellent. Very good. Upscale. Check out the menu. Highly recommended. We do not recommend anything in that plaza other than that. So there are other restaurants there. I won't name them. I would avoid them personally. Yeah. If you want a quick burger and fries in Vero Beach, there's another favorite local place called Casey's Place. Somewhat famous in Vero Beach. Yeah. You can just get a burger and fries, outdoor patio dining, or bring it back to your hotel.
Yeah.
I'd say all that is about 15 minutes either way by car. Yeah. And there's lots of stuff to see along the way. It's a nice upscale area.
There's a nice little town of Vero Beach.
Now, dining. As we get towards the end of our episode, I think those are our favorite dining we've talked about. So definitely we stand behind any of those in our opinion. Now, there are lots of activities you should check out if you want outside.
Or not even activities. If you like the beach, go to the Sebastian Inlet Beach.
Yes, Sebastian Inlet State Park.
Yes.
So it's just north, and again, everything's 10 or 15 minutes. It is a state park. There's just a small, really inexpensive, I can't remember what, $8, $10, $15, whatever it is to get in for the car. But this beach is rarely busy. And if you like to surf, that's where you surf. If you want to really boogie board on reliable waves pretty much every day in the summer, go to Sebastian Inlet State Park. I'm telling you, we go there once or twice every trip. That's a tip. It's a great spot to go. And there's so much wildlife and nature around this area.
Yeah.
So a few of our other favorite things, if you want to see the manatee in
Ooh,
Florida, you know, really awesome creatures to see.
Mm.
Now we're going south again towards Vero Beach, Round Island Beach Park. Go
Mhm.
there. No cost. It's you just drive in.
The
And-
parks are really nice there.
Yeah, and this is sort of like a boardwalk through the woods, but the manatee come there, and it's amazing to see these creatures in their natural environment. Really recommend it. And then really, really close by the resort, there's the Wabasso Island Environmental Learning Center. I mean, I like going there again, nature
Yeah.
trails and all sorts of local wildlife.
And there's so much to do around there that we probably even haven't discovered this. And there's malls too.
Yeah, if you really, there's lots of cool local shopping in Vero Beach.
They always have great shoe sales.
But if you want an outlet mall, and I really personally don't want to go to this, but occasionally we go there. There is a Vero Beach outlet mall. It's more of a drive.
They
maybe,
have
maybe
great
half an hour.
sales in the summer. I get so much.
You know what? It's a rainy day thing.
Yeah. Actually, that's what we do because it does rain a decent amount in Florida in
But
the
there's
summer.
there's one other thing I want to talk about. We're not sponsored for any of these, by the way. We are always on this show telling you things we actually like, and nobody's paying us to tell it. Because the last one, if you want to go on a airboat ride and see alligators, our favorite is Florida Cracker Airboats. So look it up. This is a bit of a drive. I don't know, again, half an hour maybe, but you book it ahead of time, and these people run an excellent show. So Florida Cracker Airboats, you get on the airboat, you go out over the flooded swamplands, and you will see hundreds of alligators and maybe water snakes and tons of birds
if you're
and wildlife.
scared of alligators, I don't recommend this. But
And very educational. Like, we learned a lot,
yeah.
a lot from that. And I would highly recommend Florida Cracker.
then-
Just from our personal experience again.
and if you're scared from that, you can wind down at the spa, which is also at Vero Beach.
So let's see. I feel like we've
Yeah.
gone through so much. We could have made it 2 episodes, but we jammed it all in. Oh, the spa. Yeah, I know, that's why you said the spa. So I haven't gone to the spa, but my wife has, Erin, and she loves the Vero Beach Spa. It's right at the hotel. It's part of the hotel. Don't forget about it if you want a spa day. It is amazing. I'm just looking at my notes here to make sure I did not miss anything. The slide
There's
races.
so
the
much to
pool-
do at this hotel. Honestly,
pool
you could probably fit a whole week if you're like a beach person.
Yeah, shell collecting, and there's tons and tons of shells on this beach. It's a great
They're
shell
so
beach.
we've got like full spiral ones before.
Yeah. If you get up in the morning, you'll find them, and you walk up and down the beach shell collecting there. And we don't overdo it. We just take a few that we like because there's no shortage of shells on this beach. Great oceanfront spots. So, wow, is there anything I missed that you can think of?
No, I don't think so. I think you pretty much covered it all, which is very hard because there's so much to do
There's so
at this
much to
resort.
do on site and nearby. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. We've been there maybe 10 times already, and we will definitely be going back there in the summer of 2021 with any luck. If everything goes the way we all hope it does. So definitely, if you are at all considering a Florida beach vacation, consider Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So reach out to us if you have any questions, or check us out on Twitter and all social media at 1923 Main Street.
Because we're everywhere.
We are everywhere. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We love Disney's Vero Beach Resort, and combining it with Walt Disney World, you really get the best of both worlds in Florida. You really do. So listen, everyone, we hope to see you back again next week, and thanks for visiting us today, and have a magical day.
Bye-bye.